Greninja Fan the Series. XYZ. Episode 1, Kalos begins.
Our hero, Greninja Fan, is ready to venture out into the Kalos region to begin his journey.
It's such a nice day out in Kalos. I will begin my journey to defeat the Kalos gym leaders and Elite Four so I can become the Kalos champion. I hope to also catch new Pokemon to add to my collection, including at least one member of the Aura Trio, preferably Zygarde. Well, I'm off to Professor Sycamore's lab to find my starter Pokemon. I hope I can meet some Pokemon on the way to Professor Sycamore's lab. Hey there, fellow trainer. You must be Callum. Who's that Pokemon you have there?
Well, Greninja Fan, this Pokemon here is Chespin. He's the grass starter of Kalos, and he's my first Pokemon. Have you gotten your first Pokemon yet?
Not yet, but I'm heading to Professor Sycamore's lab to get my starter Pokemon.
Okay, Greninja Fan, be sure to let me know what your starter Pokemon is.
Okay, this is Professor Sycamore's lab. Time to get my starter Pokemon.
Well, if it isn't Greninja Fan. Welcome to my lab. I bet you're here to become a Pokemon trainer.
I don't just want to become a Pokemon trainer, I also want to win the Kalos League. I already know what Kalos starter Pokemon I'm going to choose.
Okay, Kalos starters, you may come out now. These are the Kalos starters: Chespin, the grass starter, Fennekin, the fire starter, and Froakie, the water starter. Which Kalos starter do you choose?
I already know which starter I will choose, but I will use my Pokédex to learn about each one. First up, Chespin.
Chespin, the spiny nut Pokemon. The quills on its head are usually soft. When it flexes them, the points become so hard and sharp that they can pierce rock.
Next up, Fennekin.
Fennekin, the fox Pokemon. Eating a twig fills it with energy, and its roomy ears give vent to air hotter than 390 degrees Fahrenheit.
And last but not least is the Kalos starter I'm going to choose, Froakie.
Froakie, the bubble frog Pokemon. It secretes flexible bubbles from its chest and back. The bubbles reduce the damage it would otherwise take when attacked.
Froakie, I choose you. I've gotten my first ever Pokemon. Now to start building a team so I can work towards winning the Kalos League. Okay, Froakie, you and I are going to train to become the very best. Cool. That's probably Yveltal, but I will use my Pokédex to make sure that's the legendary Pokemon I just saw.
Yveltal, the destruction Pokemon. While flying, this Pokemon resembles the letter Y, and since its name starts with the same letter, it's difficult to imagine a more appropriate mascot for Pokemon Y. When its life comes to an end, it absorbs the life energy of every living thing and turns into a cocoon once more.
The legendary Pokemon I just saw is indeed Yveltal. He is one of the members of the Aura Trio, as well as the first legendary I've ever seen. I won't be able to catch him until I have at least 3 badges, as he is level 50. Speaking of badges, I need to go to Santalune City to get my first badge from Viola. This is the perfect opportunity to start building my team.
This is only the beginning of Greninja Fan's adventure, and he has already gotten his Froakie and seen the legendary Pokemon named Yveltal. His journey to become Kalos champion continues.